Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Good to Know Shreveport-Bossier. This is a podcast that showcases the good things happening in our communities. My name is Jeff Beinfor. This is my co-host, Paul Reeser. He's a former president of the Reeser Group and the Sonic Management Company in the Committee of 100, where he's a board member. And every week we focus on economic development, community growth, and other topics about initiatives having positive impacts on our community. We have new episodes every other Wednesday, and you can find Good to Know wherever you listen to podcasts. And this is our special guest today. To my right, Gregory Kallenberg. Greg Kallenberg, welcome today.
Hey, thank you. It's awesome to be here.
This is the guy that runs the Louisiana Film Prize. Everybody knows the Louisiana Film Prize, and he's your guy, so take it away.
But do they know about all the other prizes? Which basically everything about your day is the prize. I'm going to go get into my car prize. Aren't there a lot
yes,
of
it's coming. It's coming. Just patience. Patience.
No, but you're a documentary filmmaker, a TEDx speaker. You're a decorated director, and you're from Austin, from what I understand.
I'm actually from here originally. I just left.
Really?
What's interesting about my personal story is I left when I was 18 and swore never to come back.
Right.
Like I swore I would never come back to Shreveport, Louisiana. And it was actually documentary filmmaking that brought me back.
Well, actually, the logical next step from Austin to Shreveport, if you're a documentarian.
Yeah, well, it's you go where the story is, but yes.
What was the story that brought you back?
So I did a film called Haynesville. Which
about the
was
shale?
Yeah, about the Haynesville Shale back in the day, about the 2008, 2009. And what was interesting was I was actually working on a different project that had parts here, and I actually found the Haynesville Shale story. I mean, not that it was undiscovered, but it was certainly something that was undocumented, and made this film Haynesville. And it not only took off, but it enabled me to bring my entire family back to Shreveport. I was working so much here that these kids who were all hipster Austin kids and a hipster Austin wife, and bring them to Shreveport, Louisiana.
Was it a culture shock for him?
I think you'd have to ask her, but yes, the answer, I will give you the short answer is yes. I mean, but I would say, it really is sort of based in everything that we've done with the prize. I mean, Shreveport and Bossier, and I say this a lot, is that we're not necessarily known for our mountains. The skiing is terrible here, and our beaches aren't quite up to snuff. But the thing that we should be touting the most in our area are the people. Like, we have some of the nicest, most giving people on the planet. And I've traveled a lot, and I mean it. I mean, people always will say my city's nice, but I don't think that they know what nice is until they come to Shreveport-Bossier.
Very good. Very good. That's quite a little pat on the back for this area.
But it's true. It's absolutely true.
Well, so when you say it's the film prize, I mean, it sounds weird to say it.
Yeah, well, yes.
So explain what the film prize is all about.
Well, I mean, the film prize is essentially, it was born out of an idea that was connected with the Tourism Bureau. And I was thrown into a room to try to organize the Shreveport International Film Festival. Okay. There are a lot of non sequiturs in that title. And the other thing is that there are film festivals literally everywhere now. I mean, there's a Jackson, Mississippi Film Festival. There is an El Dorado, Arkansas Film Festival. There's a Oklahoma City Film Festival. What I wanted to do was something different, right? And, something that didn't necessarily focus on presentation of film, because that's what a film festival is. Film festival is you throw movies on a screen, people come in, they watch it, they go home. What I wanted to do is really include the community that really, like I said before, is one of the kindest, nicest, most giving communities on the planet. I want to get them intrinsically involved in what the concept could be, right? So going back to that group and telling them that I thought the Shreveport International Film Festival was a terrible idea, which, by the way, if you want to learn, lose all of your friends simultaneously, you just tell them that. Tell them the idea they've been working on for 2 years sucks.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah. But the concept really for the film prize is different, right? So for the film prize, which is now like, a internationally known film competition, it's a short film competition, right? Which again, what we're trying to do is engineer it so that it's 5 to 50-minute films. Okay. So people don't have to put like $1 million into something, to make the film itself. Right. But the key is you have to come to the Shreveport-Bossier area to make the film, right?
Okay.
Now the question,
the draw.
Yes.
the draw, it's just cool.
Well, right, it's cool,
Make
but
a
I will tell you that at the very beginning,
Yeah.
you know, remember I moved from Austin. I want to get my cool, like Austin filmmaking friends
Yeah.
to come to Shreveport.
Right.
This is the way I thought I could do it. And they would ask me two questions when I told them about the film prize. You know, film prize, come to Shreveport, shoot a 5 to 15-minute film. You got to shoot it here to qualify. And they would say, well, the first question was, where the hell is Shreveport, Louisiana? Right, that was the first question. And the second question was, why the hell would I go there to do anything?
Yeah.
And herein lies the rub, right? You know,
Yeah.
we're about to have Prize Fest, which is, you know, the film prize competition. You basically take the top 20 films, top 20 shorts, right? And then you show them to the audience and you show them to judges from all over the country. So 50% audience vote, 50% judges vote. So 50% producers, film journalists from all over the country come and see how cool a city we live in. The other 50% is the audience. So the audience are the community who get to come and experience these filmmakers and see their work.
Okay.
And then the winner gets $50,000 cash.
Wow.
$50,000.
$50,000 cash. Which, yes, it
heard.
is not a bad payday. It's not a bad
Is
payday.
that a lot for a film prize?
It is. It's a lot, right? I mean, I will tell you that $50,000 cash is the world's largest cash prize for a short narrative film.
Wow.
Right?
That's
that we
impressive.
give right here. Now,
Yeah.
now what's interesting is I'll go back to Austin, Texas, where my snobby filmmaking friends are, and I will go speak at South by Southwest. And the first question people ask me is, can you help me get to Shreveport, Louisiana?
Really?
Wow.
It's like, I'm coming to Shreveport, Louisiana. Where could I eat
Yeah.
in Shreveport, Louisiana? Where
Nice.
can I
We've
stay
got a
when I come to
list.
Shreveport?
Well, that's got to make you feel good, right?
Yeah.
I tell you, I feel good that I feel good that it was started, but I will tell you, I feel better that the community embraced it. Right.
Yeah.
You know, even extending that metaphor that I talked about, Shreveport and Bossier being the nicest people on the planet, it is a community that won't allow you to fail. Right. If you put your back into it and you really give to it, it gives back.
Wow.
And what is astounding is watching a Los Angeles filmmaker, right? Watch a Los Angeles filmmaker come to Shreveport to make their short film for Film Prize, and then us be able to interface with them afterwards, and they're like, I can't tell you exactly where I was, but I'm coming back, right? This is like,
Well, it's a great experience, and it's turned into a week-long experience. But it's a culmination of a lot of different types of folks. I mean, you see guys like me and Jeff walking down there. Look at those old guys in the button-down shirts.
you're hipsters if you just wore a t-shirt.
That's right. But then you see people in cosplay in between and everything in between. But it's art, it's movie enthusiasts and just fun enthusiasts from what I see. So you basically close off explain a day at the movie prize. How do people experience it?
Yes.
And you said it's part of a vote from the people viewing and then part from people that come in that are judges.
Right. So we're about to experience now, just so that everybody knows, Prize Fest is now 2 weekends long. We just had our music and our fashion prize.
Okay.
This weekend that we have coming up is going to be the film prize, the food prize, and we just had a comedy prize too. So comedy
Wow.
prize is going to be there. I know. It's like,
That's good.
my wife says it, but not that way. She doesn't say it with that kind of tonality. But
I need to meet your wife.
yeah, that's right. Yes. But basically, what happens is we invite all these artists to our community. And what's interesting about things like the film prize, remember, 50% is the audience vote, right?
Right.
You know, and again, 50% is the judges vote, so we connect people with resources and the ability to advance their careers. But in theory, as a filmmaker, you can win the film prize by bringing more people to the film prize, right? So all of a sudden you have that energy that builds on energy, right?
Yeah.
So there's this frenetic vibe that's down there that is unmatched. I mean, and by the way, when I say unmatched, it's not just unmatched in Shreveport and Bossier, Louisiana. This is a national phenomenon. Like when you come down here and you watch these filmmakers, they dress, like you said, they dress up, they put on parades, they bring in bands, they buy you drinks. I mean, they all want to garner your vote. I'm like, people always ask me, like, the filmmakers are like, hey, well, can I give somebody $5 and tell them to vote for me? I'm like, you can do whatever the hell you want, right? I mean, this is about
Everybody does. There's booths for
So
each
you
film.
got
set
a
up like
red
tents.
carpet thing going like down at the Strand, right? Or they did one year. I was down there.
That was another film that I did. But
Okay.
but we do on the 20th On October 20th, we'll be doing an event down in the middle of Texas Street called The Gathering, which is filmmakers, and it's a red carpet event. And then Film Prize kicks off the 21st.
Okay.
Food Prize kicks off the 21st. Comedy Prize is the 22nd. And on the 23rd, we give away $50,000 cash.
This is amazing to me how this has grown from just the film to all these other things that you're talking about.
How many people attend this event downtown?
Well, we look at, overall, we'll have about 10,000 people come down. We see about 4,000 to 5,000 people come in for a Film Prize. You have to think about 30% of those people from out of town.
How many films do you get a year?
Well, this past year, we had a record-breaking year. We had 147 registrations.
Wow.
So it's like, it is an astounding thing. What is crazy is, so in November of this year, November 2022, all the way to July of 2023, they have the ability to shoot their film for next year, right?
Okay.
What is astounding is going to downtown Shreveport or even downtown Bossier, right, where the strip is, and watching like film crews, plural, come to Shreveport from Austin, Texas, New Orleans, Los Angeles, Phoenix, Arizona, Charlotte. They come here and you literally can watch these people have to take turns because there's so many film crews on the streets shooting films for Film Prize.
I'm assuming when they get here, do they already have a story in mind that they want to tell, or do they come here and explore the story they want to tell?
Well, I think it's a fascinating question because the answer is yes, but the
To both of those.
But what I was going to say is that honestly, but what's interesting is the level deeper on that question. They're coming in with an idea,
okay.
right? They want to shoot their short film, but a lot of films. Some that we'll be showing this weekend, at Film Prize, 2022, right, are actually short films that what they hope they're going to be able to do is raise money off that short to make a feature, right?
Okay.
Now that would be super cool if they did it here, right?
Yeah.
Which we now have, I think we're about to shoot our 5th Film Prize feature here in Shreveport.
Nice.
Hangman, I think, is filming in like a month or something like that. But it is what's so cool about Film Prize, and it goes way beyond, again, ours was just a crazy idea. We built a fire in the middle of Texas Street. We danced around it. We drank tequila. We had a blast, right? But now it's
Sounds
become
like a good movie.
Yeah, but right. but now it's become kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy in the sense that people are now coming back to Shreveport to shoot bigger projects, to dump more money into our economy, to be a part of growing Shreveport and what Bossier want to be in the future.
What are some of the, I don't know if I want to say this, outlandish, outrageous, most memorable movies that people have made?
Oh, I will tell you, there is a reel that I'm not sure anybody will ever see, but it's like there is a vault. I would say people do nutty things for Film Prize, and what's cool is they're all doing them here, right? So you have this amazing sort of array of things that people are taking, Shreveport's downtown, and turn it into a futuristic, city, in space. That type of stuff is crazy, but it's being done.
What's the definition of a short film? You said there's your short films, and the length, and what are the requirements for people to enter in this
5
thing?
to 50 minutes.
15.
5 to 15.
Oh,
yes.
15. I thought you said 50. Okay.
No, 15. And again, there's a method behind that madness too, which is if you are somebody from Los Angeles and you have to travel to Shreveport, Louisiana, you can only bring so many things with you, right? And you only want to spend so much money because you spend it on travel and all the other things to get here. So we are trying to make it as easy as possible and put the barrier as low as possible. So hopefully, not only do they get to win $50,000 cash, but they come back here and maybe shoot a feature with us.
Right.
Or, I will tell you, and it's happened, people will come for Film Prize, they'll wash up on our beach, the wave will recede, and they'll stay here. There are 8 to 12 to 14 people that I could point to right now that have moved to Shreveport, Louisiana, or Bossier, and have resided there because of Film Prize.
That's awesome. So do you think, is Shreveport becoming more of a known as a cultural filmmaking community now?
I think that in the right circle, it definitely is. Come live inside our sphere. It's a golden place with glitter bombs going off all the time, right? And
I've been there.
Let me tell you something. Come on in. But it is something that it is it's a positive place. It's a place where there are people who want to create change and connect and progress. And the word is getting out, right? It's definitely one of those things when I go places other than Shreveport and speak about the Film Prize, I used to have to kind of really pull people along.
Right.
And now people lift me up, right? Like in the sense of they know who we are and they know what we do and they want to be a part of it. Okay. So it's certainly, in all lowercase letters at this point, us becoming a place that's a creative capital, but we're on the way to capitalizing that.
And how many years has the Film Prize been going now?
Film Prize has been going on for this our 11th year.
11th year. So a lot of people just to finish up with the competition aspect, because I know there's people like me that are kind of closet filmmakers, like, I wish I could do something like that. So you had 180 people try to enter
147.
147. 200.
Yeah, that's right. No. Let's stick to the numbers.
So they enter. They're like, okay, I hope my film makes it, and then you cut it down to 20.
Yes.
Is that right? And then you show all 20. You have to watch all 20 films to vote, or how does that work?
So the actual voting. So everyone hopefully will come down and be a part of Film Prize. I mean, what we hope more than anything is the reason the tickets are as low as they are is because our sponsors subsidize that amount to make sure that the community can attend, right?
Okay.
The amazing thing about Film Prize, when you go down, you will see the most inclusive crowd that really is all activating over art and enjoying art together. Good. Right? Yeah. But as a result, they're also sort of creating commerce because they have the ability to vote. But they basically have to see all 20 films. We put them in 2 slates of 10, so it's like seeing 2 2-hour movies. And what that does is that gives equal regard to all of the films. Right. That's what we're trying to do, to get people to enjoy all of them, right? And then I was going to say, then the other part is just making sure that the filmmakers are connecting with an audience, which is another fun part that really is different from any other.
Well, you answered part of my next question, which was that's a lot of films, even if they were only 5 minutes to sit and watch.
Sure.
So I get why you're limiting them in their scope and their time. How do you get, when you say you have the world's largest film prize, $50,000, where's the $50,000 coming from?
I love it. Everyone asks me that. And I always tell you, when I sat in that room at the Tourism Bureau and I threw out this glorious concept of the Film Prize of shoot a short in Shreveport-Bossier, win $50,000. It literally was that simple. Shoot a short, win $50,000. I had no idea where the $50,000 was going to come from. I mean, I didn't have it. I didn't know where it was going to come from. And I will tell you, what is interesting about Film Prize is the community. And again, I knew some people in the community, but the community really kind of came and rallied around this. I mean, I can't say we didn't make money the first year at all. Yeah. My kids' college funds were fine in subsequent years, but like that, they were down that year for some reason. But the fact is that this community really helped lift that thing up. But now, when you look at things like Film Prize, and you look at that sponsor list, there are 56 people on it, right? Yeah. I mean, it is truly a group of people that we are deeply indebted to and really sort of thankful for being a part of lifting this thing up and helping us move forward.
Well, I've been out a couple of times, like do the late newscast, and I go out and just stop by a store or something to pick something up. People are walking in there late, all glitzed up and glammed up, and I hear them talking, I just got done with the Film Prize. And,
you must have been out late.
Yeah. Anyway, they love it. They thought it was fun. I
just stays out late. Now I have.
Yeah, about to say, now I know he's going to be down at Film Prize now. I'm like, hey, Jeff, no way.
Well, I did stop and talk to him for a couple minutes, they were, they just thought it was the greatest thing.
Nicest people anywhere.
Well, I guess.
You heard it here. You kind of closed the end of Texas Street. It's wide open. It's just kind of like a festival atmosphere between the two streets and all the cool things downtown.
It is. As I said before, this next weekend, the October 20th through the 23rd is Film Prize, Food Prize, and Comedy Prize, right? So know that, the people who are at Film Prize are in theaters, right? And that's where they are. Mm-hmm. Food Prize is at a place called the Music Prize Garage, which is the garage that the Remington Hotel owns, which is a glorious place. And for Food Prize, again, understand that we're all about elevating our community, everything we do, right? And we are very pure spirit, and we are very focused on that goal. For things like Food Prize, Film Prize kicks off the 20th. Food Prize is the 21st. For Food Prize, what we do is we bring in 7 local chefs. They're juried in. And then we connect them with celebrity chefs, 7 celebrity chefs that we bring from all over the country. And that collaboration really does amazing things for these people in their careers, right?
Yeah, sure.
And then the people come down, right? This is, October 21st, this glorious, it's an amazing event, right? Our highest minded event. And you basically go in and you get a token, and you get to meet all the chefs, and you get to taste the food that the celebrity chef and the local chef has created together. And you drop your token into the one that is your favorite. And that's who wins the Golden Fork.
That's how they vote.
And then for you, Jeff, we have the mixologists. We have the ones doing the Golden Shaker too.
What are you saying there?
Yeah, just so you know, there are some craft cocktails in there too. I know that you're going to ask. I just wanted to give.
That's where I was going next.
Yeah, that's right.
When's the next alcohol price?
That's right. Well, it's there. It's there.
How do you get a ticket? Is it one ticket for the whole weekend, or are they different?
So now, because there's so many events and there are 2 weekends, we do it's per event. You can go to prizefest.com, and it's a Chinese menu of gloriousness, right? It is it truly is something where you can be as high-minded about it as you want. There's a VIP room for Film Prize. There's a $30 ticket for that's a general admission. Then for Comedy Prize, it's $20 a ticket. For Come and Get It, gets a little more expensive.
What was the genesis for all the expanding from the film to the comedy, food, etc.? Where'd that all come from?
I will tell you that it's a fascinating question, and it's something that truly is in our DNA, the linkage, right? When you think about where I came from, right, which is Austin, Texas, in the 90s, right? Go to Austin, Texas, now it's a different place. But in the 90s, it really was the film, the food, and the music scenes that really, and technology, right, that was there. But it was those 3 things that really did catalyze a place to be amazing and embrace itself. And I think that when you look at really what those 3 things are and how they're connected, it really is the same person, the same creative entrepreneur that is in film, that is in music, that is in food. We now have a fashion prize. We now have a comedy prize. We now have a startup prize. All those people together, they are frontiersmen or frontier people that really want to drive things forward and create a better place for themselves, right? I mean, one of the beautiful things about the Prize Foundation and the people that surround it is this glorious narcissism that's a part of it, right? I mean, it's like, it is, I honestly will tell you that, people ask me all the time, like, why did you start all this? And I will tell you, I have a very selfish purpose, right? My purpose is to make a cooler city that my kids want to come back to.
Okay.
And it truly is one of these things that's manifesting itself. And as long as we all get behind it, push, and show up and be a part of it, then we'll all build this together, which is, I think we're on track to do that.
It sounds like it. It sounds like you've created almost a cottage industry with all of these things, right?
Well, it's definitely something, I love those 2 words together, cottage and industry, but like, and I'll take it, again, it's something that I definitely work with people. Well, we're not getting rich. I definitely work with people who are the most passionate, amazing people that do want the city to be better. So if by cottage industry you mean sort of this kind of Keebler elf tree that we all get to live in, but honestly that we're churning out really good cookies.
It's expanding and building upon itself 100%. And creating new creative ideas and that kind of stuff.
I totally agree with that. I mean, for me it's interesting that that really what we do is, and again, Prize Fest is what it is, but you're right, it's a year-long, like tussle to really get things on track, get people moving down the road, get people creating, get people coming to Shreveport and being a part of building something good.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to wonder, so, it all culminates in these 2 weekends, and it's exciting and fun. And I'm going to get a VIP ticket.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Come on. I got to get a seat with a back on it. But it culminates in these 2 weeks, and it's super fun. But you talk about they're shooting all year long. Even to make a 15 or a 5-minute film, it's not something you do in a weekend, because the films that make it to the top 20 are pretty high end. I think some of them cost more than the $50,000 to make. But what happens during the rest of the year? This community, this great artistic, energized community that you're a part of, how do people get involved like throughout the whole year with the Film Prize?
Well, again, I mean, what has been built here, and the point is an important point, is what's been built here is a 365-day concept. Mm-hmm. It is, and not just with Film Prize, because with Film Prize, these filmmakers from all over are coming to Shreveport and Bossier. They're hiring Shreveport workers, they're hiring Bossier workers, they're staying in our hotels, they're eating at the restaurants. They're economic drivers unto themselves, right? Sure. But then when you look at us as an organization, we have Film Prize Junior, right, which is a free education program where we educate high school and middle school kids on how to create films. Sure. We have a startup prize, which is now based solely on health and medical entrepreneurship. So like the work that we do with LSU Health Sciences or with Ochsner, it's all about bringing these entrepreneurs here, showing them around our city, and then hopefully showing them places that they can nest their businesses. So we really have a year-round job, if not year-round plus job, that is important. And it's, people wanting to connect with us, whether it's providing resources during Startup Prize, which have these qualifying events, which I love bringing in local resources so that these people from, the winner of Startup Prize this year is a young woman from San Diego, right? And she is clamoring to come back to Shreveport, right? Or people working on films here in Shreveport, hiring Shreveport workers. I mean, there's always something to do with the Prize Foundation.
Well, see, this is what I was talking about. I mean, you're just expanding in so many different directions with the things that you're doing. It's impressive to me.
I appreciate you saying that. I really do. And it is, it is, we have got, I never really had planned for it. My day job, is still being a documentary filmmaker, but it is our office is an office that is cranking 24/7, 365 days a week.
Do you have any particular projects, film projects that you are working on right now?
We actually.
That's going to be a whole other show.
Yeah, I could go deep, but
do talk about the.
Yeah, I mean, it's a whole nother rabbit hole, but but we have, again, we have a concept called the Rational Middle. You can go to rationalmiddle.com and see it. And we basically create short films that are put out and distributed for free to enable people to have conversations about difficult issues. We just finished the Rational Middle of Immigration, really simple issue. And now we're doing Rational Net Zero, which is about climate change.
Wow. Yeah. You're tackling some pretty hot topics.
Some heady stuff. Yeah, heady stuff.
All right, listen, we're out of time. Thank you.
Oh, this was fantastic.
Very
Thank
enlightening.
You so much. Yeah. Like I said, it was an absolute blast.
Yeah, I
Renaissance man, incredible director, great guy, and check out the Prize Fest and check out the reasonable middle. What do you call it?
No, exactly. It's rational, but go to prizefest.com.
Go to prizefest.com.
Go to prizefest.com and be a part of it. It's all about showing up, staying late, and being loud.
I love the creativity. I really do.
I appreciate you so
much.
Pretty
cool.
Thank you so much.
Gregory Kallenberg.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, you did the
Paul
official
Reeser.
closing.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us for this podcast of Good to Know Shreveport Bossier, brought to you by the Committee of 100 and KTBS TV. Remember, tell all your friends and colleagues about the podcast. We'll have new content every other Wednesday morning. For more information, check us out at goodtoknowsb.com. So have a great day. Continue to make Shreveport Bossier the best it can be, like this guy right here. And all of this is good to know.
And Jeff Bimeford. Come on.